Hey there guys, welcome to this week's episode of SpeakOutStandStrong. Hope you guys are all having a great Monday and all that stuff. So today I kind of want to talk about something that combines a couple of issues that are pretty important to me, which are immigration and LGBT rights. There's a lot of talk, like recently there's been a study done by, I don't remember which university it was. I'll be providing the links to the report and the graphic that they did down in the description. So those are really pretty simple to read and are very helpful. So check those out if you're still interested in this stuff. But basically what this thing did was they did a study on undocumented LGBT immigrants. So instead of just focusing on LGBT immigrants or undocumented ones, they took that section that has both of them, because this is a concept that I learned in my Intro to Women's Studies class called intersectionality, which is basically when you're in a minority group, you don't have as many rights as the majority group generally, or you're prejudiced against, or any of the things that, like, it's easier to kind of be left by the wayside if you're one minority. But when you have two different minority groups that intersect, it just makes it a whole lot worse. So, like with undocumented LGBT immigrants, they're undocumented, they're LGBT, they're immigrants. Well, undocumented and immigrants kind of go together. So, they've got all this stuff going against them, and it's absolutely crap. Like personally, my opinion as to why there's so many undocumented workers is because they can get jobs here. It's a better life and stuff for their family, but they'd all rather, like, I honestly think most of the illegal workers would rather be legal here, because then they could get, like, legit amounts of money for what they do instead of, like, $2 an hour or something like that, because that's not going to do you any good. But, like, so, they could get actual money, they could be reunited with their family, all this stuff if they were citizens. Except they can't, because the only way to really do that with the system the way it is a really time-consuming and costly and horribly bureaucratic process, that most illegal immigrants are here because they're poor and need the money. So they're not going to be able to get visas or to get citizenship stuff. So there really needs to be a more streamlined process to the immigration reform in general that people can actually do and become citizens. And they're also, with that, there's still, because there isn't a whole lot of protection for LGBT individuals in the country in general, there's even less for undocumented immigrants. Because let's face it, in a lot of states now, you can be fired just for being LGBT. There's no protection against it. And when you're off the books, that's even worse. So, and what few rights are kind of universal for citizens don't apply to undocumented workers, because they're undocumented and so they're not legal and all this stuff. And there's a lot of things that go into it, like detention centers, like where the immigrants go when they've been picked up, like they found illegal before they go back. In some of them, there's a lot of not really prejudice or segregation, but along those lines against LGBT immigrants. Like if they're out about it, then they're more likely to be raped or beaten or things like that, and that's not good. So there needs to be protections for that. And then there are health issues that sometimes go along with being LGBT, like if you're transgender and you're on hormone therapy, or other health-related things with that, if they don't give it to you at detention centers, they're not helping you, and that could hurt you in the long run, and that's really bad. So the fact that there's now studies looking into this and seeing what is it that we need to do to help, what is it that can be done to make this problem better, that's a step in the right direction. And I really hope that people start listening, because there's such a huge stigma against being undocumented, and there's still a fairly large stigma against being LGBT, and both of them are dumb. Because even if, like, someone's in your country and they shouldn't be, just because they're there, you should help them while they're there. I mean, unless you want to just drop kick them back to wherever they came from, that's not really an option, so you have to take care of them at least for a little bit. They're still your responsibility if they're there, whether they're legally or not. So we really need to make more of an effort to help undocumented immigrants become documented, and B, to give more help to the LGBT ones. And even, like, there's still a lot of stuff with that, because once you offer the help and the support that they really need, then, like, they can stop separating their families. Like, they can start bringing their families in because they're documented now, and they can get higher wages and better job security and all this stuff, and then they'll stop taking all those jobs that we somehow seem to think that they're taking that they really aren't, because almost no, like, citizen of America is going to be like, yeah, I want to go pick grapes for a living. That'd be great. No. Why? No, there are not that many people who want to do that. Even the people who do it don't want to do it. But they'll do it because it's their only option. Like, it's just dumb. And then giving them better pathways to immigrate, or to documented status, would help them with, like, social services and stuff, and with the help that the government provide and all that stuff. So, you might want to look into that. And there's also, with DOMA, federally recognizing that marriages between a man and a woman, there is approximately 32,300 binational couples where, like, if you're an opposite sex couple, you could, like, through family stuff, you could be you can sponsor your partner and start the process for them becoming a citizen. Well, if you're one of those 32,300 same-sex couples who are binational, you can't do that, because your partnership isn't recognized by the government as the same thing. So you can't sponsor your partner whether you want to or not. So, like, say I'm dating a guy from, like, Brazil or whatever, and we get engaged, we want to get married, and we end up wanting to live in America for whatever reason, I can bring him up here, no problem. But if the same thing were to happen and he were a girl, I wouldn't be able to. And that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So, that's just dumb. No. So, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with immigration and LGBT rights in general, but when you bring the two of them together, there's just so much overlap and so much information that I want to talk about, and I just don't have time to, because I'm assuming you don't want to listen to me go on and on for hours. So I'm providing you the links to the report that was published from this study and the infographic, which are both really helpful, and, like, the report is easy to read. It's, like, normal language. It's not ridiculously scientific-y mumbo-jumbo. Yeah. Which you do find in studies sometimes, but it's a real easy read. The graphic's really helpful. So I'll be providing the link for both of them. If you guys want to let me know what you think about this stuff, feel free to go ahead, comment on it. You can get at me on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. So I also have the links for all that and my other channel. So if you guys want to do anything with that, like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff, email me if you really want to. I do check my email, oddly enough. Even though I have like 12 of them, I do check them. But, yeah. So, if you guys have anything you want to talk to me about these issues, you know, go right ahead. And, yeah, because it's pretty big stuff, and it's all stuff that's changing now, and that we really need to voice our opinions on now to get change to happen. Yeah, but other than that, I don't really have anything else for you, other than if you like my decorations. My room's doesn't look depressing anymore, it's great. But, yeah, so I hope all you guys have a good rest of the week, and my name's Winnie Dias. I make these videos every Monday. Peace.